Hello, welcome back. This is chapter first, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, written by William Surya. And today I'm going to explain you page 3. So here we go. Let me put on some clothes, I said. All right, he said. But hurry, I leapt into my clothes. Okay, so Murad came to the author's house early in the morning with a horse and asked him to come out if he wished to ride. Author said, okay, let me put on my clothes. And he just leapt into his clothes. That is, hurriedly put on clothes. Jumped down to the yard from the window. I jumped down to the yard from the window and leaped up onto the horse behind my cousin Murad. And then, after wearing clothes and haste, he jumped out of the window onto the yard, and from there leapt up onto the horse behind the cousin. That year, we lived at the edge of town on Walnut Avenue. So that year when the event took place, when Murad came or appeared with a white horse, that year they lived on the outskirts of Walnut Avenue, on the outskirts of the town and on Walnut Avenue. Behind our house was the country, vineyard, orchards, irrigation ditches, and country roads. So they lived on the border of the town, and since it was the border of the town, end of the town, so behind their house were vineyards, orchards, that is fruit gardens, irrigation ditches, and country road, village roads. So the village spread just from their house, you can say, from behind their house. So that was the situation. All the things were there, like garden, orchards, and yards and ditches and country roads. In less than 3 minutes, we were on Olive Avenue. So behind was the countryside. So using the countryside, they reached the Olive Avenue, and they took just 3 minutes to reach there. And then the horse began to trot. The air was new and lovely to breathe. On the feel of the horse running was wonderful. Okay, so they're reaching Olive Avenue. Everything was nice and fresh. The air was nice, new and fresh. New means fresh. Morning air is very fresh, and that is only newness of air. And it, when breathed, it was lovely. It was giving a lovely feeling. The feel of the horse running was absolutely amazing. Both of them enjoyed the morning ride of the horse. My cousin Murad, who was considered one of the craziest members of the family, began to sing. He began to roar. And then, as everything was nice and fresh, and they were enjoying the ride, out of that happiness, they started to sing, and singing by Murad meant something like roaring, something like thundering, shouting. Every family has a crazy streak. Here we get to know the crazy traits of Murad or the tribe. So here what it says, the author says, every family has a crazy streak in it somewhere, and my cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of the crazy streak in our tribe. So the author speaks here that every family has a crazy streak. Crazy streak means a crazy character in it. And in their tribe, in their Garaglanian tribe, Murad was considered the crazy next generation next generation of the crazy streak. That is, he had all the innate, inborn qualities of being a crazy streak, a crazy folk. Before him was our Uncle Khosrow, an enormous man with a powerful head of black hair and the largest mustache in the San Joaquin Valley, a man so furious in temper, so irritable, so impatient that he stopped anyone from talking by roaring. It is no harm, pay no attention to it. Okay, so Murad was considered a new generation of crazy streak, and before him, in the last generation, it was their Uncle Khosrow. He was an enormous man, a big man with a powerful head and black hair, big hair and big head and black hair, and was having the largest mustache in the entire Joaquin Valley. Largest mustache he was having. He was such a man as very furious in temper, very angry, easily got one can he got easily agitated, angered, and so irritable, so impatient. He was impatient. He got easily agitated, irritated. That and so such was his temper, such was his say nature, such was his patience that he stopped anyone from talking by roaring. It is no harm, pay no attention to it. And when he got irritated, agitated with anything, he would simply stop that man from talking further, and just he would say his pet expression or pet sentence, or say pet expression, pet answer, or pet statement. That is, he would always say, it is no harm, pay no attention to it. If he didn't like it, if he didn't like anybody talking, he would just say these words and he would make that person stop talking. Oh, that was all. No matter what anybody happened to be talking about, and it doesn't matter what the person was talking about, how important was the matter. It mattered nothing. It was of no value, no significance. If he decided that the man should not speak, and he would make him stop speaking, stop talking, without caring what he was talking about. Once it was his own son Eric running 8 blocks to the barber's shop where his father was having his mustache trimmed, to tell him their house was on fire. And once such an incident took place, his son Eric came running from a distance. That is, he traveled 8 blocks. The shop was 8 blocks, or say their house was 8 blocks away from the shop. He came all the way running to reach the saloon, and there he informed father where he was getting, that his father was getting his mustache trimmed. So he was busy. He was getting his mustache trimmed. So there his son reached and said, "Father, our house was on fire." "House is on fire," he said. And this man, Khosrow, sat up in the chair and roared, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." He roared, he got agitated because he got disturbed in his work. So he sat up in the chair, he folded his legs up in the chair and roared, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." The barber said, "But the boy says your house is on fire." So Khosrow roared, "Enough, it is no harm, I say." Barber reminded him, repeated, and he said, "Your house is on fire." And Khosrow got agitated again and said, "Well, it's enough. It's no harm, I say. It's no harm. No damage done, and let it burn," saying that way he said. My cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of this man, although Murad's father was Jorab, who was practical and nothing else. Now, Murad is a natural descendant of this man. Okay, he is a natural descendant, having the natural qualities, inborn qualities of Khosrow, though his father was Jorab. Jorab was father, but he had the qualities, he had the traits of his uncle, who was practical and nothing else. His father was very much practical, a practical man. And that's how it was in our tribe. And the author says that, well, this is how things are there in our tribe. A man could be the father of his son's flesh, but that did not mean that he was also the father of his spirit. Okay, so here the author gives his justification. He says that, well, in our tribe, it's something like you may be the father of your son's flesh, that is, your appearance may be the one like that of your sons, or your son may get the appearance of you, that is, of father, but it's not necessary that he will also he will also have, or he will also receive all the qualities of the father. That is, father cannot always be necessarily the master of son's spirit. That is, father may not be having, or son may not be having the same thinking, same spirit, means same thinking, same ideology, same principles as that of the father. Okay, so the distribution of the various kinds of spirits of our tribe had been from the beginning capricious and vagrant. So various kind of spirit, the distribution of various kind of spirit. Distribution of this kind of spirit, various kind of spirit. That means in the same family there are people having different thoughts, different ideas, different philosophy, following different philosophy, following different policies. So the author says that it has been the same in their tribe, that the qualities had been vagrant, had been capricious. Vagrant and capricious here mean not collected, not at a place, scattered, you can say. Qualities were scattered, not confined to a particular place or particular family. So this is all for today, for now. Thank you.